So today we're looking at SBCs, and this week it has started to actually get up there. We've got a few 98s, still no 99s, but we are on the way to get at least somebody well worth grinding out. Now, we're going to go through who's worth it. Obviously, I know full well that all of these are not necessarily easily obtained, but there is an unlimited grind if you really want to. If you say, I want to get every single one of these players done with a little bit of, thought, you could actually do it, but it is going to be tough. So we're going to go through who is truly worth it. Now, we'll go through the icon. No, in fact, we'll go through the players first. I feel like the icons definitely feel a lot better. When it comes to the players, we've got a few that are most definitely up there, but there's only been recent. Kind of you look down at the Chawingas, you look at Szoboszlai, Openda, even Mainu and Grimaldo. They're good. They're good in their positions, but they're not crazy. Like, realistically, they're going to give you a little bit of okay value, but there's not going to be a crazy amount there. So I think straight away, if I was looking at it, would go Chawinga, unfortunately a bit of a miss. Card not necessarily as crazy as what the team of the season allowed, and in the striking role, it's very difficult to get anybody that is well worth doing. I would say you could possibly argue her as utilising your fodder, but I think at that point, would I say that everybody could just be in the fodder? But I think for now, would go into more of a miss. I'd probably say the same for Openda. I do like the card, and I think he's definitely solid as an option, but realistically, he's missing the finesse shot. I'm going to end up having to evolve him into a finesse shot plus as well for the 5th. That's going to take it away from somebody that is in that 97, 98 category, maybe even 96, that possibly is a better overall card, but then also could be a card that I've evolved prior. So already having that point that I need to get that evolution on him to even make him viable with the best of them is just unfortunately a no-go for me. I'd probably just miss out. With Szoboszlai, a little bit better. I do think the card is pretty good. Obviously, a lot of Liverpool fans will go for him more so than anything. 3 SBCs to grind out. 97 rated. Yes, again, a 5th player star plus would be handy. But at the very minimum, he's not tied to having a specific one. He's got an incisive. He's got a long ball. So the passing side of it is decent enough. Low driven if you really want to. Technical in the cam roll, it's not that big of a deal. I'd possibly looking at a pinged pass. If you wanted to go finesse, that's a possibility. But it's not going to hold this card back massively, in my opinion anyway. So I'd possibly just look at an okay value. I don't think it's crazy, but it's enough. I'd probably say the same for Mainu. Again, another card that comes in, decent capabilities, great playstyle pluses, obviously tiki-taka, press proven, intercept, and also anticipate. The 5th playstyle plus could really kind of take that card to that next level. You either go for something pace orientated, you go for maybe another passing, you look at a pinged and incisive, and to be honest, he's got everything you need. So for me personally, a little bit of bias, obviously, I'd go into the decent value. Now, does he take over many of the DMs? That's the big question, because at this point, many of the DMs, CMs, cams all have 90 stats across the board. Maybe some cams don't have that 90 defended, but most centre mids now will have a pretty good level. And I think the perfect example for this, we will go over him shortly, but would be someone like Xavi. A centre mid that was never really based on defensive play. Now, he doesn't have no defensive play star pluses. That could be changed with a 5th play star plus. But the stats across the board, the double 99 in passing and dribbling, 92 on the defending, 93 physical. Now, I know he's a very unique card in terms of his defending is up there, but is he going to be the best DM? No, but he can still do it. So you've got to have that interesting kind of avenue with your midfield. Do you go out and out DMs like a Patrick or a Mainu, or do you go centre mid vibes and have them as the defensive but attacking options as well? Loads of different options you can go with. We'll whack her in the miss. Grimaldo. Now, obviously, he comes in as a left mid. He is more of a left back, realistically, but he's a tough one because his stats are incredible. Great passing, great pace, great dribbling. Obviously, the defending's taken a lovely jump up. But in terms of the card, it's the fact he's got that whipped pass as well. It's just not enough. I think he's got the intercept, which is nice. The long ball has its uses. Quick step is fine on a fullback, but he needs something more. And with the left backs that we've got, I think he would only go there for a name more so than anything. I don't know many people that would truly go for him. I think he would be left back and gone with a 5th place star plus, but a Nuno Mendes is easily going to take him out. A Theo Hernandez, when he comes as a transfer card, is going to easily take him out. Which then leaves us with a few decent ones. So if you're looking for coins, check in the description for El Dorado. Depending on the coin amount that you're looking for, the delivery time is displayed on the website, and you'll see lots of different trusted sellers with reviews on specifics and also the ability to be able to pick who you want. It will also show how much they have in stock, and obviously you can see that they are verified members. There is 100% refund ability and also 24/7 support if you need any questions with your coin needs. Also, if you head over to Trustpilot as well, you can see over 30,000 upvotes for them. You can see how reliable they are. Obviously great feedback across the entire board with El Dorado. So when on checkout, make sure you are using the code JT11 for 5% off your order every time. Discount code JT11. Now let's get back to the video. We'll then look at someone like Lewis-Skelly. Now he's coming in obviously 275. Decent card across the board. He has gone into the centre mid, which I think is much better for his positioning, especially because the left back side of stuff, we have that done. Centre mid is one of them positions where you could change quite a lot. We got a 98 Mendy as well for just the season pass. So already it's going to be very difficult to get him away from that position. So looking at the centre mid, I think it's a well worth position change for him. Can still play that left back, obviously as a centre mid or CDM. Very good stats across the board. Playstyle plus is looking decent. The power shot, just a bit of an extra one there. Whether you're going to use it or not, probably not. But he's got everything you really need for him. I'd say decent. I really do like the card. I think he's one of them ones that when you get him in game, especially if you're an Arsenal fan, you're absolutely loving him there. But he actually plays relatively well, and it is just down to animations. It's down to what you prefer. I do like him in that centre mid. I said it from his highlight card that he would be such a better centre mid with the stats that he does possess. We then also have a Griezmann. Now, he is available in pack. Well, I don't know if he's available in packs now, but he will be available in packs as well as the SBC. And this is where you take that choice of, do I complete this card as an SBC or do I get him in the next batch of footies coming out? Now, he's obviously holding around the same sort of price, 240 to 280. I always like Griezmann. I think Griezmann is a phenomenal card. He's a great card in the game as well. So for me, for how much he is, I would go as a collector and somebody that really likes Griezmann. I personally put him in the must complete. Now, I could kind of get the decent value. I think that's a great shout. But in terms of what he can offer in that cam, in that obvious left wing, right wing, I really like him in them positions. So I think he would be absolutely up there. Another one that I don't think there's much arguing with, what a card Camavinga is. This is the upgrade we truly wanted for him. We saw him obviously in the centre mid version of Real Madrid. No play style plus, a blank canvas when it came to it. He definitely needed that upgrade. And more than likely, you might have had an Evo. Him and Tchouaméni, the Evos that have been available for him the whole way up have been exceptional. Even the 91 numero foot. The Evos that he's got available now is most definitely up there. You can make him into that 98 with the 5th play style plus. But this is a stunning card. Still waiting that 5th play style plus, I might add, but will be more than likely go into that 99. He is a run complete. Finish him, throw the sink at him. He is well worth every penny. In game is exceptional. In general, he's a very, very good card. Haaland being the last player that we've got. A little bit disappointed he weren't the first 99, to be honest. I thought with him coming out, there was a possibility. Now, I know he's not necessarily... Well, I mean, he still had a great season. I know Man City in themselves haven't had a great season, but he's still putting numbers up. He's still the absolute force going forward. I think he should have been a 99. If you're going and you're making many people 99 in this, why not? The first 99 SBC, he'll be one that you can't get in packs. It's a shame that he didn't get it, and they didn't give him the finesse. Now, it is Haaland, so, I mean, the finesse isn't absolutely everything. It doesn't mean that he's not going to score goals. Of course he is. He's got stats that strikers dream of. He's got playstyle plus that are fantastic. I do think you hold a lot of weight on that finesse, and it will, unfortunately, have that overall say in the God squad. He's not beating out an R9. He's not beating out a CR7 or an Mbappe because they have got better playstyle pluses with that one. And that's my personal preference. But still, he's going to get through on goal. He's going to be an absolute monster in front of net. I do think if you are looking at Haaland at this point, is an absolute must. What they could have done, and it would have been sneaky to get an evolution out of him, they could have put him 98, the 4 playstyle pluses, left it one open for that finesse. I think that would have been more than fine as well. Even if they took off a press proven or a low driven, I would have been accepting of that, even if he is kind of like at that end level. Then we have icons. Icons have come in and they've not really added many of the new ones. They've given us Rio and Maradona that are icons that are available already. So we'll kind of go through them. When we do look at the rest, I do think we are seeing pretty much the standard vibe with it. I do think Zambrotta is still absolutely up there. I still think Riquelme is okay at best. And that's really going to be all you're going to get from him. It'll be an okay cam, but realistically, if I was being super harsh, I'd probably go in the miss. Not many people are going to use him there. I would take Szoboszlai over him at this point. I just think with the dead ball, the technical, it's just not enough to give me it, unfortunately. So I would probably go with a miss more so than anything. Rooney, I still stand by it. One of the better strikers that you can get in the game. Sometimes a little bit clunky at times. Kind of like how Haaland will be. He won't be seamless. He won't be smooth dribbling. But he'll definitely get the goals. He'll definitely get through on goal. And he's definitely going to improve your team if you don't have them gods. If you don't have the 98 or 99 R9. You don't have the 99 Mbappe. The 98 or 99 CR7. Like he's going to be under them, but still above the rest of them. Puskas, I think, will be the same as well. It's an exceptional card. He is just a beautiful striker. He's obviously had the first upgrade since Team of the Year, and he's come out with a bang. He's got the finesse, he's got the rapid, the low driven, the first touch. It means that final playstyle plus that's added doesn't really matter too much. Press proven, throw in a bit of pinged pass if you really want. There's no extra playstyle plus as a striker for me that makes that much of a difference where it changes the card entirely. Now if he didn't have the finesse, like if he was Haaland and he had power shot there instead and he had one room, then the finesse shot is going to be the one that I would go for. But because he's not, I think he's absolutely up there. Xavi is another one that, like we've already touched on, had a massive boosting card. This is the best Xavi card we have had in his entirety. The upgrade is exceptional. The card itself is brilliant. He's got 4 playstyle pluses that are all passing. I think is just a wonderful knack for the card. Like that is what Xavi was. Now if you can add that 5th playstyle plus of an intercept and anticipate to add a little bit of defending on him as well, this card is an absolute go to the moon. He is well worth every penny. That just in general, 98 pace, 95 shooting, 99 on that passing and dribbling, 97, 98. The card is absolutely must. He is the epitome of this must complete. For 500,000, a great centre mid. His dribbling is fluid, his passing is brilliant, and to be honest, his defending and shooting isn't that bad for something that the card itself isn't necessarily known for. Like if you look back, he's always been great passing and dribbling, little bit lacking on the shooting or defending. You go further back, again, very much like how Gavi, is it Gavi? Yeah, I think Gavi and Pedri are very similar. They have brilliant passing dribbling. Their shooting defending has always been that little bit lackluster. Now we go into Maradona and Rio. Rio going up first. I think he's a good striker. I don't think he's a bad striker to say the least. The shapeshifters were okay, but not crazy. I think the shapeshifters this year was almost like it was kind of forced. I feel like there was no fun in it. Like putting strikers as centre-backs as strikers, centre-mids in fullback, in wing. Like it just felt, especially with the fact there was 4 teams, it just felt like they were just pushing it. They were trying to find that new Peter Cech, that new Milinkovic-Savic that just wasn't coming. Now, obviously, Rio is not a bad striker. I think he definitely is one of the better cards that we got. Now, is he going to take over some of these strikers that we've talked about? Of course not. He won't go over Rooney. He won't go over Puskas. He doesn't go over R9, Mbappe, Haaland. He's going to be under them. But I do think from a collector's point of view, I would personally, for Rio, be the kind of last one I would complete if you've not got nothing else to complete. But I don't think it's bad if you want to complete him to get him ticked off the list. Now, obviously, Maradona coming in the final, it's kind of It's basically told us we're not getting a 99 Maradona, so this is going to be what you complete, unless they are absolutely trolling us. That is always going to be. In terms of the card, he is brilliant. I mean, if you've ever played with a Maradona card, it brings you back to that FIFA 21 era where he was the best Argentinian icon you could physically get. Again, we go back to it. Until Messi kind of retires and goes into that icon scene, Maradona is brilliant. He's got an option for a 5th play star plus, which will come. He will be more than likely available for a 99 Evo. I think for me, he is an absolute must to complete. He's got everything you need, from his pace, his shooting, his passing, his dribbling. Everything you personally want is there. You throw the hawk on him, 97, 98, 97, 99, 89. It's a case closed. Great winger, great cam, great striker, whatever you want to put him in at, he can absolutely do it all. So that is going to be the list for this week. I'm hoping that we do get a sound amount of SBCs again. It seems like they're ramping up these 98s, giving us previous SBCs. So I can imagine possibly come Friday, we may see that first 99 come available. So we will be there for it. Let me know down below what you're going to do. And if you are going to complete any of these monsters, let me know down below and I'll catch you all for that next one. Peace.